Hey, everybody! If everybody can hear us, welcome to our contest results for the Hot Zaku Summer Contest from Mecha Apocalypse. If I can get just someone that we've been having computer issues, so if I can get someone to tell me in the chat if they can actually hear us, that'd be wonderful. But as always, I am joined by our good friend Corey, the Enforcer Spessert.
Hello, everyone. How you doing this evening? Oh, hi there. No,
I don't know.
I never. Computers are weird.
Yeah, I have a very old computer that is pretty much held together by wish magic and chewing gum at this point, I'm pretty sure.
Where's it?
So yeah, super fun. So tonight we are gonna take a look at all the wonderful builds from the Hot Zaku Summer Contest and announce the winners. We are so happy that you guys have joined us tonight. And I guess, do you want to just hop into it, Corey?
Yeah. Yeah. Give me one tick real quick, because I accidentally closed the freaking window because I'm special like that. You know, can't be cute and smart.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I can, but that's not neither here nor there. Best time to upgrade. Yeah, if I had the money to do that, you could become a channel member, help support the channel, all that stuff. Whatever. So I'm going to go ahead and load up the first build. So how this is going to work, we are going to go through all the builds and then and keep the top three till the end. And when we are done, if you are one of our winners, please make sure to message us on the Facebook so that we can work on getting you your prize and taking care of all of that stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. Everybody hold your fingers, cross your fingers my computer makes it through this at all.
Using that old Windows 98, huh?
Oh, Windows 98. Yeah, actually, I prefer Windows ME or 2000, the good stuff.
Okay.
So, starting off here, we're actually going to do two of these, Max Smith. So starting off with the Zaku, I believe this is the seed version of Zaku, the Zaku Gunner, if I'm not mistaken. So I like how he has made the city. I think that looks really cool. I think he went for something really nice. All in all, I think it was a pretty good build. Maybe a little bit more attention to the weathering on there and some of the detail painting, like the panel lines and stuff like that. What do you think, Corey?
I would agree. I do like the colors. I noticed whenever sorry, my brain's not working today, guys. Just heads up. And like the thrusters on the backpack, I know like there was some little messy red in there. But I do like the fact that you actually went for it.
Oh yeah.
I know there's been plenty of times myself I'm like, I forget the thrusters. So I do like the green too. I don't know if you just top coated or you painted it. I know you got some paint on like above the spikes. But it looks really dope. The coloration, it looks like a issued, if you will.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did like the diorama. Only complaint I think is a big issue for us would be like the way the photos are taken necessarily.
That is true.
The flash.
Yeah, the
flash.
So
the flash that kind of distorts it a little bit, if you will. Like it makes it.
Yeah, it kind of washes it out, makes it hard to. See.
Judge anything.
Yeah, to see all the details on here. So moving on to his second entry, this one I think has a great potential for story. I like that it kind of has that like patchwork look to it, It looks like it's been field repaired, and that's something I really enjoyed about this one. I like that he brought in both a Seed and a UC Zaku. I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I like the way that, like you said, the patchwork. It makes it look like it's
Been like repaired.
been on the battlefield, been repaired. Yeah. It's kind of cool. It's unique, something you don't really. I haven't really seen a whole lot of, unless it's like World Cup stuff.
And there was something
like, people try to.
Yeah, and there was something about the and this is one area I'm kind of weak on that you brought up when we were talking about this kit originally. The emblem on the shield, the Fenrir. What was that from again? Someone let us know.
Front.
Zeonic Front, yeah.
Yeah, which was one of my favorite games, and it's really the only place that I can recall seeing that anywhere in the franchise.
Yeah.
And I like that you found it, so that's like brownie points for me. So it was like my favorite game on the PlayStation 2. That and WWE games is pretty much all I ever played. So
rest in peace to the N64 wrestling games.
Right. I like the hangar you have here.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I kind of like a little bit more in the city. It's just preference, I guess. I like hangar bays and stuff like that, especially when you got like the what's it called? Patchwork,
yeah.
If you will. Or the repairs. That's the word. Well, repairs is the word. It starts with an R.
Words
like
are
another
hard.
word for my brain at the moment. but
all right.
Yeah, I like this one. I just wish the photography was a little bit better, so we see more details.
Yeah. And that's something you learn in time. So, all in all, I think it was a pretty good build. Moving on to our next entry. So this is going to be Rebecca Carlson. I absolutely love that she went for it with the whole Hot Zaku summer theme. I have to say I really appreciate when people kind of get what we were thinking, when it came to this contest. And I love that it looks like the Zaku's like been buried in the sand and is like blocking the sun out of its eyes. I think it's a really, really fun build.
It was something different, which was nice. Not to sound like a douche, but definitely the theme, like you said, was thought of. The sand's cool. I did notice, like, when we're going through the pictures, you had some decals on the leg, and I wish we could have seen that a little more.
Yeah,
like, and you put the effort to put it on and then cover it, so we didn't really get to see it.
There were a couple of areas, like a few nub marks and things like that, but I've really been loving Rebecca's creativity with her entry in this and in the Mecha New Year contest. So, keep it up. I'm really enjoying seeing you work on stuff, and I like this kind of creative thing.
Especially as someone who's new to the hobby, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you really
there's
are.
Things I have issues with, and I've been doing this for like 20 years. Nub mark is one of them occasionally. Especially when you start painting and you don't really see it.
Yeah.
until afterwards.
Till it dries, and you're like, ugh.
Right.
All right, so moving on to our next one. That's gonna be Gabriel Ruiz. And I'll be honest, when I first saw this, I saw like the red fingers, and I didn't realize they were just red like the fingers were painted, and I was like, that hand is covered in blood, and this is metal, and I am here for it.
Right. I thought it had like the Witch from Mercury vibes after the Ariel smashed the dude, and like that's what I thought you were going for, and it was gonna be like amazing, beautiful. Not that it's not a good looking kit. It was just like, nostalgia. No, recall, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Same stuff. But overall, I like this one too. I like the colors. It looks like military colors, which I appreciate in a Zaku because grunts.
Yeah. My
You know.
my biggest thing were the decals on this one. I'm
Mm.
not sure if these were rub-on decals or what. Those hard edges are just throwing me off. You know,
Same,
if
to be
you know,
honest.
and if this is a rub-on decal, you know, when you do these, you have to remove the plastic, and that's kind of like what I think I'm seeing, but I'm not 100% sure on what happened there. You know, but
See,
go ahead.
no, as I say, same thing. Like, that's always really hard, those rub-on decals, because sometimes when you try to peel that off, it just takes that with it. I mean, they look beautiful if you can get them done perfectly, but it's like one of the hardest things to do in these things.
Yeah.
And if
I've
they're water,
lost so many rub-on decals.
right. You just
Guitar-
spend the money and buy the water ones.
yeah. You know what I found works really well for them? Guitar picks.
Really? Because I've
Yeah,
used quarters, but I have plenty of guitar picks.
Yeah, I find guitar picks work really great. So if people are actually listening to us, there's your tip of the day. When it comes to dry transfer decals, guitar picks.
Right. They're not
Always-
terribly expensive either. So you can get like a pack of 20 or 12 for like $2-3.
$2-3.
Dollar.
And,
Depending on the brand.
depending on the brand.
You can never go wrong with Dunlop.
Yeah. Next up, we have, and I love that we got some like different. I'm so excited that we got a bunch of different types of Zaku's. You know, because next up we have Robbie Umbara with his Act Zaku, which I think is a really cool design. I wish we would have seen more of this. I love the weapons on this kit, and I think he did a pretty cool job with the paint job as well. There are some areas that could have been tidied up, and you know we're trying to give feedback as we go, just as a courtesy. You know, we absolutely loved all these builds and had a really good time talking about all of them. So, but I think he did a pretty good job with the detail paints. Just some areas that probably needed to be cleaned up. That's where I'm at.
No, I agree. This is a very clean paint job. Like I said, there's a couple. There's like a spot on the crotch, if you will.
Yeah, the inner thigh.
In the inner thigh. That had some paint. I don't know if I can't remember if it was panel lining or if it was.
It was paint. Like
paint,
where some paint had
the
rubbed
blue,
off.
That's right.
But I think it's a fantastic job.
Really, just minor stuff. I do love how clean it is, which I'm not normally a clean guy. I'm a nitty gritty, out in the battlefield type dude.
And I'm a clean guy, so like we kind of compliment each other when we're judging, you know, and we can kind of call that out. But I you know, so I think like you were saying, go ahead. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's all good. I don't remember. I don't remember exactly what I was saying.
So we're all old and tired, so we apologize. Yeah. So
lots of them.
Yeah. But I mean, you even appreciate like with this one, it's clean build. I think that's where you were going with what you're saying, even though you're kind of a messier guy.
Yeah, I can appreciate nice clean builds. Like I do prefer worn stuff, but it's really clean. I think my main issue is like maybe the lack of panel lining. I know blue's really hard to panel line. But I
think it would have brought out a lot more.
Just like a light gray, I think would have been perfect.
Yeah.
You know, nitpicky at this point, but like there's so many good builds in this competition, you have to be nitpicky.
I know. All right, so moving on to a dual personality Zaku. That's what I've been calling it. So this one is from Adam Hammer, and yeah, I really liked this build. I thought it was really creative popping. I know it's just switching one head, but I think it was a really cool creative choice on this one to do that. For the most part, I found his paint job and lining, fairly good. There were some messy areas with the gold, but all in all, I think this was a really sweet looking kit.
I agree. Personal thing for me, like the head of the Zaku, blue, I don't know, like my brain's like that doesn't match. But I really do love the anime girl head with the rabbit ears. I think it was just awesome, different that we did.
Yeah.
You did? Not we. I didn't do shit on this. But I do like the way you did it. I like the white and gold. It's very clean. It's very, mwah,
Yeah.
Like
I
you
like
said,
that he...
there was a
Go ahead.
couple panel lining issues. There's one that really stuck out to me on the leg. It was like on one of the squares in the front. It just kind of like arched a little bit. But overall, it's a great build, and I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and
nice.
as a fellow Decepticon fan, I love the background. One thing we talked about, and we kind of had to just kind of put to the side, was the use of panel lining on the gold.
Yeah,
because like I like it, and you weren't, so that was something we had to just put aside on there. But I like that he did the panel lining on at least the hoses. I think that was a good choice in my mind.
Definitely appreciate the effort on that, because I mess up gold so much with like trying to get weathering on it. Yeah, let's try to do panel lining and clean it up. So I know that's probably a big old pain in the butt, but yeah, that was good. I just personally, I'm not a big panel line guy. I don't panel line really anything on my own kit, so I'm biased, I guess. But I do appreciate a good job, and you did really well.
Yeah.
Overall.
Someone just corrected me. It's the Coordination Starscream backdrop. I'm all about
it. It's dope. You can't go wrong with Predacons or Decepticons. It just
yeah. My one of my early videos I did was a Starscream like repaint, and I had this thing where it starts off with Starscream calling people idiots. I love it. I love Starscream. He's the best. All right, so moving on to the next one here. We have a bit of a kit bash here between I believe it's a Zaku 3, which, yes, give me some Zeta love here, everybody. And the one that we both had the worst time pronouncing and will only attempt one. This is bad comedy. Sorry, someone wrote that on the
NZ6. Oh, yeah.
So, but
we're not comedians. That's all right.
Yeah, no, it's a Galvatron thing. But anyway, so Zeta love here. So Zaku 3 with a Kissatria. I tried my best. I've never been able to pronounce that very well. This is a really awesome build. And guys, you have to understand, like, all these builds were really close. I went back and forth on this one a lot. I love that they used... It's such a clean kit bash in my head. I think they did a fantastic job. I think they would have went a little heavy-handed on some of the shading on the legs, because if you compare it to the top of the kit versus the bottom, and I kind of get they were going for a Zenithal kind of thing, but I like the whole thing. I love the moonscape that they did here. Yeah, all right, I'll shut up.
No, you're good. That was pretty much everything we agreed on. My personal preference is because you got that red on the shoulders, wings, whatever you want to call them. I wish it was just a little more red on the front of the suit to tie in with that. So on the back, you got the canisters and there's some funnels and stuff like that that are red, and it ties in really well. I just wish it was a little more to tie in on the front, personally, besides the cockpit. Like maybe like the knees, or like just even the bottom of the feet.
Yeah.
But overall, the kit was phenomenal. I love the stars.
Yeah, the paint job was really awesome.
I thought that was really dope, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't have thought about that. unless it was like, I'm just gonna build something for me versus like something for a contest, which is probably why
Yeah,
I didn't
and
do many contests.
there were so many of these kits that we just had like back and forth conversations on like for a really long time, and this was one of them. I was really happy with this kit and thought it was a really good one. So
No, I agreed. Like we've spent a
what
couple
was it?
days going
Couple
back and
days.
forth, literally. But like the first initial judgment was several hours.
Yeah.
But but yeah,
So
I mean, you guys all did phenomenal jobs. So
speaking of which, we're gonna do something different right now. We're gonna do an honorable mention category before we get to the top three. So our first honorable mention, and like these are kits that were like, I think when we tallied it all up, like we ended up like one or 2 points between them. You know, they were all so great. The first one I'd like to go over is Brian Carlson's build, which absolutely wins the Spirit of this contest award.
for sure.
Yeah, not only did Brian 3D print all this, the chair, he sewed the fabric, the shorts. I mean, honestly, it was literally nitty gritty details that kept this out from the top. And you know, not only is Brian a really amazing builder, but if you haven't got to talk to him before, he's an even more amazing friend. And I am just so happy that he submitted this. I think it looks fantastic. There was so little I could complain about.
Right. I mean, when it literally came down to like I think one thing for us is like
Mm-hmm.
maybe two, but like I really love what he did. It was like this is what I pictured more or less for like the contest. You know, the and you know, so Zaku in a swimsuit, if you will. What we talked about earlier. We want to see that. And Brian delivered on that, and he did a phenomenal job. We got the beach ball, the beach,
Yeah.
the umbrella, like opens and closes, the the lawn chair. Like,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
love it, dude. I really do. And that's one of my favorites in this build.
yeah, absolutely. I think he went with the theme and was, if we had a category on this for like out of the box summer build kind of thing, like Brian would have won that hands down.
Oh no, for sure. Like, I think that was kind of on us for not having that category, to be honest.
Yeah, and that's
Like,
something, we're getting used to doing these contests, and we're only gonna try to get better as we go along.
you know, we appreciate you guys putting up with our stuff for that.
Because we're bad at it.
We're bad at it. We're new at this.
We're bad at it. Let's be real.
We're learning.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know that I hear like the students, like people say like put something in a chat if you agree or something. So if you
Right.
agree we're bad at this,
Let us know.
let us
Like,
know. Yeah.
give us ideas that maybe you guys want to do.
I don't want the ideas. I just want to continue being bad at this. I just want to make sure
Okay.
I'm right.
Well,
All right.
that's fair. That's fair.
All right. So yeah, Brian had a fantastic
Dang.
build. That umbrella opens, by the way, opens and closes. He 3D printed that and designed it all himself. Make sure you check out Brian's work. Really great. All right, next up in our honorable mentions, we have one that in the next two kits like literally are right next to each other and went back and forth multiple times in the categories. So we have Toy Mechanic RN with the wooden Zaku 2. Man, it's hard not to believe this isn't wood. I'll be honest.
Yeah, wood with like a wooden armor, if you will, over the pieces. Like it's got the wood grain, it's got the proper colors, the mahogany reddish color.
Yeah.
It's as a cabinet builder, I really appreciate it. Like, it looks really good.
Sorry, someone wrote, I won't improve. I just need confirmation in the chat. Yeah, that's about right.
Right.
Now, we kind of made a joke about this when we were judging. So on this kit, there are number decals, and if you're in here, I want to know what was the number decals, because it went 1, 2, 4, 5, and 3 is the magic number. So I don't. What happened to 3? Is there a problem with 3?
That was something that was brought up. Where's 3?
Where's
Poor
3?
got like
That bugged
4
us
and
for a
5 on the
while.
back of the arms too.
Yeah, I think what really brought it down for me, in the end, was the seam lines on the shoulder. I think, with this paint job being so good, you had a lot of opportunities to close up those lines and really kind of seal it in. And I think that would have put you over the top. But this is an absolutely fantastic build.
I agree. Yeah, especially in this picture here with the Tommy gun version of the gun.
Yeah.
You can see that seam line right underneath.
Yeah.
On the under part, and like you said, you willing to put in the effort and with the paint and the decals. There's a little seam line work.
And that's the thing, when you put in that effort, though, like on the paint, it makes that's the problem. It makes everything else stand out more.
Right.
And that's
the better the paint, the worse the nicks and stuff are going to be.
Exactly. And which it came down to that. And I mean, honestly, I would love to have this build in my collection. Like, I want you to make a video showing us how to do this technique.
Yeah, for sure, because we were stumped on it. Even if it's like a stencil, like, where'd you get the stencil?
Yeah. Where'd you get the stencil?
Good. It really does. So, like,
next up, we have Nino. Our good friend Nino, coming in with an amazing Black Tri-Stars RG build. Like, I feel like, how like Brian has the Spirit of Summer award here. I think Nino should get the award for attempting that the RG.
No, for real. Like, the colors are perfect. Like, it lines up with like manga accuracy to box accuracy. Then the fact that, like you said, you did a real grade. I hate the real grade Zaku almost as much as I hate the real grade Zeta. But like, your decal placements, your colors, it's really, really good.
Yeah,
for me. Go ahead.
Oh, no, I was gonna agree. I think the colors here are absolutely fantastic, and what he did with it is really inspiring. But it kind of goes back to the same thing with the wood one. It came down to where you have something so great on one area and another area kind of gets neglected.
And for me, that was the lack of the eye.
Yeah.
Because, I think Zaku is that loud ding, and then like the eye pops up, and like, I just wish it could have like even just like a paint or sticker, LED something, to just kind of like make that eye like pop, because it just, I don't know, just feels lifeless.
Lifeless, yeah. What sealed it for me is like the fact you have it, and this is just based on what I can see in the pictures. There are areas with panel lining, there are areas without it. The inconsistency was what really kind of sealed it for me. And the eye, I think, maybe a pink with a white in it would have been just something to make it stand out. And Nino's in the chat saying RG never again. I think it, I don't know. We may have to have you do it again for fun. So
you really did a phenomenal job, dude. Like,
yeah.
I would buy this one and put it in my collection, to be honest. Like, it's so clean. It looks like it's just like actual figure versus a like kit.
Yeah.
You know, like I think it's definitely up there for sure.
Someone just mentioned in the chat, I like the photography work as well. And that is one thing I have to say. I am always a big fan of your photography work. You
Yes.
get the cleanest pictures, and that does make, a big difference when people are looking at your work. So,
I appreciate that from a judge standpoint, so we
yeah.
can see your work clearer, cleaner, which works for your favor and can work against you depending on. But like I said, this kit is amazingly clean, and there's a 4-letter word I want to use with it,
Yeah.
7-letter word, but we're
Yeah.
live streaming and YouTube.
Yeah. Don't do that to me.
Yeah.
you know. Um, but yeah, I think fantastic work. You should be very proud of yourself.
Agreed.
And with that, we're going into the top 3. So before we get started with that, I do want to again say thank you to everybody that participated. Like, seriously, I know that a lot of people were not jazzed with the idea of just a 144 contest and just Zaku's, but I think it gave you guys an opportunity to push yourself, and I think everyone had a lot of fun doing it, and that's really what we're here for, is fun, right? So
yeah, I mean that's why I'm still here. I have
yeah.
fun. I don't build as much as I used to, but I love watching you guys do different things. Especially during contest times. You guys always pull out the stops and makes me want to build more. My time doesn't really, or my kids don't really allow me to do that. I have 5, just so you guys know. So my time's
yeah. So also a little shameless plug really quick. If you're joining us on YouTube and if you're joining us on YouTube and you're not a member of Mecha Apocalypse, the link will be in the descriptions here. You have 2 options for joining us. You have a Facebook group and a Discord. So you have multiple ways of connecting with us. And yeah, feel free to come on in and hang out with the best Gunpla community around. We really appreciate everybody that has been a part of it.
Most of us don't bite.
Most of us. All right. So, moving on to 3rd place. And that is going to be Lee Peak. Absolutely loved this build. The attention to like the crumpled metal, the bullet holes were really well done, and I love the LED work here. And I'll show off more of the pictures as we go. It actually has the way he molded or positioned that the smoke. It actually like arcs like it would actually do in real life. There was a lot of time taken to think about how this would work.
For sure. Like I said, attention to detail is a big thing. Like, I love if the bazooka's bent, like it's been like hit by something. That He-Hawk is into the ground. The LEDs, the smoke, the part of the shield on the shoulder is missing chunks. The arm, the wires coming from both sections of the arm, which is dope. And the one that's attached to the torso looks like it's melted from the beam rifle on certain spots.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Probably beam rifle, we're assuming, because Gundam.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's a 180 millimeter Zaku like machine gun. Come on now, get your content right.
My bad.
But no, I agree.
The one in his hand's 120 millimeter. Okay.
I think this is a really fantastic build. I agree. Like the attention to detail that it fell on its bazooka and the bazooka bent. Like, that is a really awesome detail, and I think he did a great job. And
Agreed.
all the paint chipping around those bullets too is absolutely phenomenal. It looks I'm just really blown away by this one.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot. It's just like, like realistic. Like I know it sounds really dumb come how I said it, but like that's a hard thing to do on a scale.
Yeah,
Like to get that silver just right, or aluminum, whatever color you're using for the metal. But
yeah, and we
yeah,
have
that's a
to
hard
keep that in mind. These are 144 kits, so
right. So sometimes the little details is the really hard part versus, when you got a master grade, you got a little more room to work.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah, especially with LEDs and stuff like that.
right. You did a good
So,
job.
yeah, absolutely, great job. I'm so technically savvy. I'm running everything off PowerPoint. Second place.
Ooh.
All right, next up we have Brian May with the Zaku one. What sold me on this was the paint. Absolutely fantastic paint job on this. I absolutely love it.
I agree. I like if you look at like the white on it, it lines up really well. With the masking portions of it, especially on like the skirt.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. I love the paint chipping. Like the chipping's phenomenal. Like I want to be able to chip like that. And like
Yeah, I like that
I don't know.
it's like even heavier. The attention to detail on like the spots in between the shoulder armor and the chest, where you can tell it's been like rubbed off and things like that over time.
Right, and it's more focused on the torso, which I feel like would be where a lot of the chipping would be, especially since I'm assuming that's a space suit.
Yeah,
You're not really gonna have a lot of chipping necessarily on the legs. You're not gonna be really walking versus like you're gonna be flying into things. Your chest is gonna
yeah,
be out. You know, um, I just I love the paint overall. The blue, the white, it's a little different. The
yeah.
black on the bazooka, like the
Really, really
gunpowder,
fantastic work.
gunpowder,
Yeah,
residue
uh,
from it.
you know,
Um,
I think I like I said, I think the chipping here is just phenomenal. Some of the best I've seen in a long time. In a long time.
you have the wrong name up.
Sorry.
I'm just letting you know.
First
But
place. I'm
yeah, no,
tired. First place. Ryan Connerly. Everybody, round of applause.
clap, clap, clap. Congratulations.
Thought I changed everything. So yeah, this build blew us both away. I mean, absolutely fantastic looking build. I have no real complaints here whatsoever. I think what really sold me was the flame effects coming out of the back of this thing.
Yeah,
That is so
like
amazing. As
the
well as the
LED work
bullets.
dope. Oh
Go ahead.
no, I got like a weird feedback thing. Um, the LED work is really cool. I love
The
the
explosions
gun,
and
the explosion.
yeah,
Thank you, brain not working today. But like you said, the main thing we both really loved is on the extra parts for the thrusters. The
mm-hmm.
blue around it is actually paint. It's not
Yeah,
like LED bleed through, and that kind of attention to detail is
yeah. That's
phenomenal.
that. When it finally dawned on me, and I had to double check. Like when it finally dawned on me that that blue halo on that foot was painted and not LED, like I was like, wow. I was like, okay, this is another level on that. I really love what he did there. The muzzle flash, everything about this kit just makes me happy.
No, I agree. I feel like it's fits right in the universe. Like
Yeah, I mean,
I'm so tongue. I love looking at it. Like it's just the way that the shading is, the weathering on the gun.
yeah,
It's not over
and
the top, but
in
it
the
is there.
elements the elements that he included in the base there. Also, I wish I could zoom in on this, but like those orange spots look like they are glowing orange. You have a really great eye for paint, Ryan. Like seriously, very, very, very good job here.
Yeah, no, I agreed. Like we spent some time looking at that and the little ship there, and like it's great, man. It's really good. I'm impressed, really impressed. Now you just gotta keep your game up for the New Year's contest.
Yeah, that's coming up too. So, well, that is gonna be it for the Hot Zaku Summer Contest. You know, please, winners, reach out to us. It'll probably be tomorrow before we get back to you. But reach out to us and we will get you all set up on prize and all that kind of stuff. We want to say thank you to everybody that participated. You know, you guys really, really are the absolute best, and we're looking forward to more contests in the future. And if you aren't a member of Mecha Apocalypse, make sure that you do that. Corey, if you don't mind, all I gotta do is shameless plug. If you want to see reviews of third-party kits and independent releases, please check out my channel here, MetalmanX Builds. Corey, anything you'd like to say before we sign off for the evening?
No, I just want to say thank you guys again. Hopefully there's no hard feelings. It really was really hard. Some of the decisions came down to today.
Yeah.
You guys all did phenomenal, and I appreciate all the hard work and effort. We did.
Yeah, we did. We never argue.
No, not really.
No, just contest time.
But
no,
this contest, but thank you guys. I appreciate it. I really do. You guys did freaking phenomenal. Good job.
All right, y'all. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we will see you next time for the next contest and all of that jazz. Bye.